Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I have a fun video for you this week showing what my family had for meals this weekend. So to start off, I am getting some hamburger buns toasted on my griddle using a little bit of cooking spray, and I'm just going to give them a light toasting. I don't want them to be really hard or dried out, just a little brown around the edges. And I'm making smash burgers. Take two. A couple weeks ago I tried smash burgers and they were really good tasting, but they did not keep their thin shape. So here I am just using some wax paper and a heavy coffee mug with a wide bottom to flatten these burgers down. So I didn't realize at the time, but I was using some really lean hamburger meat. I think it was like 90-10, so it made no grease. And so I think that's why my hamburgers kept their shape, but I was really worried that these would not taste good and that they'd be all dried out because they didn't have any of that good flavorful fat in them, but they were so delicious even without all that fat. So I'm really happy with the way these turned out this time, and my husband enjoyed them so much that I think he's asked for smash burgers every day of the week. And I really love it when I make things for my family and they ask me to make them again and again. So all I'm seasoning these with is some garlic powder, some salt, and some pepper. And this was a really busy day for us. We were doing some DIY in our bathroom, so you will see that I have some paint on my hand. I did wash my hands several times, but because of the kind of paint I was using, it wasn't coming off with just regular soap and water. It took a little bit more scrubbing and other stuff to get it off, but it is off now, just so you know. And my hands definitely were not dirty when I was cooking. But it was a busy day. We were both up in the bathroom doing some work on some of the bathroom projects, and that is why I look a hot mess and you see bags of trash behind me. And here's the sad part in the video. This was the part where I burnt the bacon for these hamburgers. And you can kind of see that it was burnt black, and I had to throw out the whole pan. But luckily I was making the bacon in my toaster oven, and it only holds about half a pack of bacon, so I still had half of it left. And so I tried again, got it right, and we still had bacon to top our burgers with. After I flip the burgers over, I just season the other side with black pepper. I do think that black pepper on a hamburger makes it taste so good. It's my favorite seasoning, I think. So I wanted to make sure that each side had a adequate amount of black pepper, and that was all I seasoned with. And so in this frying pan, I am getting some bacon grease heated up, and I'm throwing in a can of green beans with half the water drained out, and I'm just going to put a little pepper in it, of course, and that's all I'm doing with these because that bacon fat is salty enough, and these beans are always so good no matter what. This is how my grandma made green beans, and they always tasted like she cooked them all day. It only takes a few minutes to get a really nice flavorful home cooked tasting green beans this way. And after the burgers were ready, I just put cheese on the ones that wanted cheese. We had a little variety going on. We had some who wanted double burgers with double cheese, and some like me who just wanted one piece of cheese. We also had some of the grandkids over, so we had 3 of the boys over, and they stayed the night with us on this Friday night. Friday night seems to be the night that we have grandkids coming over to spend the night, and this time it was their turn. So here I am just putting some mayo on my husband's hamburger. I decided to show you me making his because sometimes his food looks better than mine, if that makes any sense. And he was nice enough to let me play with his food this night. And I'm just putting that good bacon on there, not the burnt stuff. And that was our dinner on Friday night. I guess I'm gonna have to make smash burgers again real soon because these were a big hit. quick and easy Halloween treat for the kids, I bought this box of donuts from Walmart. I just popped in some fake teeth, and as you can tell, 4 of the donuts didn't make it till the time that I needed them because donuts are not safe in this house. They will make a vanishing act for sure.
Look at that.
Hello everyone. We just got done eating at a Mexican restaurant, and now we are at the movie theater for a family's night out to go watch Halloween.
On Sunday, Josiah comes over to do his laundry and spend the night at our house, and I get to cook for him as well. I really love it when my grown kids still come over and spend time with us. It gives me a chance to mom them. So for this cream cheese, or what is this thing called? Pumpkin cheesecake. No baked pumpkin cheesecake. I made it, oops, I got the wrong pie filling. This is pumpkin pie mix or something like that. So I was a little worried about what I could add to this because I know it has a lot of junk in it already. So I wasn't sure if I would use the sugar that it calls for in the recipe or not, but in time you'll see that I do end up adding a 1/2 cup of sugar to my taste because this pumpkin pie mix does have spices in it. I wasn't sure if it had much sugar in it or not, but the Cool Whip that I'm using is sugar-free. And yes, I am doing this, putting it all in the same bowl. Not trying to be fancy here, just trying to make a pie. Anyway, I did add a tablespoon of lemon juice also, and it just tasted really good with those 2 ingredients in that amount to me. For dinner on Sunday, I decided I would bake some macaroni and cheese. Cameron's been asking for it for a while. I started off with lots of energy, with lots of ideas, and I was going to make a whole lot of different foods. I ended up getting really tired. It was a really busy weekend. I did have to go grocery shopping on this day. By the time I got everything done and put everything away and filmed for my grocery haul video, I was just losing steam. So I started off by spraying my pan, and then I added a pound of cooked macaroni to that. I put in enough milk to kind of fill up my casserole dish halfway. I seasoned the noodles with some garlic, onion powder, salt and pepper. That seems to be what I'm seasoning everything with these days. Maybe I'm just lazy and don't want to haul a bunch of stuff out. And I know that that's the basic seasoning that makes everything taste good, in my opinion. So I've come to realize that cream cheese and Velveeta seem to be a good mix to get a nice consistency for your baked macaroni and cheese. They just get all melty and blend together really nice. And then I just add some shredded cheese to that also. So here I am just cubing that up. I use about 1/3 of the block of Velveeta and about 1/2 of a block of cream cheese. I just cut it into cubes, pour it in, and then I just am gonna give it a good mix. Get that all in there, and then it'll go in the oven until it gets melted, and then I'll really give it a good stir to get it really distributed throughout the macaroni noodles. Yeah. Anyway, I am going to add a cup of shredded cheese to this because I decided that despite what my husband likes, I wanted to have that stringiness when you pull up your fork. So here goes this shredded cheese, and that's what gives it that really stringy texture when you take a nice big forkful of it. And I'm just adding some butter on top. That'll give that a nice, rich, and flavorful taste. So after it has a little while of cooking in the oven on 375, and I can see by looking at it that it's nice and melty, I want to make sure that I'm getting all that cream cheese and Velveeta mixed in there. And of course, I like to play around with the seasonings, but that's just what I did on that day, and it turned out perfect. Here I am trying to find the 1 tablespoon measurement on this measuring spoon. So I have some flour in a bowl, about a cup of flour, and I'm adding a teaspoon of cornstarch and then some Parmesan cheese. I didn't have much of it left, but I wanted to have a Parmesan crusted fish, baked fish. So a little bit of panko. And then I'm going to season that up with some basic garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and some Cajun seasoning. And then I'm also going to put in some lemon pepper, which I think really gives fish a nice taste. That lemon flavor just kind of adds a little something when you're cooking with fish. And I am just using tilapia, frozen tilapia that I thawed out. And I'm not going to do an egg wash. I'm just going to kind of dip the fish right into this and then sprinkle a little bit on top of the fish just because I want a nice crust. I'm not looking for a batter this time. And then I just put it in the oven after I got all of the fish kind of coated with this seasoning. I put it in the oven on 375 and just kept an eye on it, and when it started looking like it was golden, I just flipped it over, and then I just spread some butter on top of that fish, and it was so good. Normally when we have fish, it is fried. It's battered and fried, and we do really like it that way, but I was just looking for something a little different. And normally I'm not the person in the house that makes fish, but I wanted to give it a try, and I'm so glad that it was successful. I guess you're never too old to learn how to cook something new. I've lined my baking pan with some parchment paper, and that just made cleanup so quick and simple. To go along with this fish, I had originally planned to make some broccoli or some kind of a green vegetable, but like I said, I had a lot going on and the kitchen was getting really dirty really quick. I mean, the trash can was growing and the sink was growing with dirty dishes. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. My feet were hurting. I was tired. The guys had been in and out throughout the day. They had gone to play golf, and then they came back and they were hungry. So I was trying to hurry and get that going. I knew that I had some of the kids that didn't like fish, so I was trying to think of an alternative. And unfortunately, that ended up being pizza rolls, which there were no complaints from them. But I also made these little potatoes, And I just threw them on a pan in my air fryer. And so I just cooked those until they were cooked all the way through. I did spray them with some olive oil and season them with some garlic powder and salt and pepper. And then when they were done, I was just like not really sure what to do with them. I had plans to cut them up and serve them with bacon and butter and possibly some cheese, but then I made the macaroni and cheese, so I really don't ever make potatoes and macaroni and cheese together, but today was just a really odd day for us. So here I'm just taking some of the stick of butter and just rubbing it on the potatoes, and I'm just gonna call that good, I guess. But they tasted good. The macaroni and cheese was delicious. The kids loved their pizza rolls, and the rest of us loved the fish. It was a good night, and dinner was really good. There was no broccoli, but maybe next time. The fish turned out just the way I wanted it to. It was really flavorful and had a little crunch to it. Hubby made some shrimp, and this is my cute little plate. I don't eat shrimp, so no thank you. But that was our dinner, and that's the end of our video for what we had this weekend. I am so thankful that you stopped by to watch our video and show some support. If you liked it, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and check out more videos that I will be posting in the future. Bye for now.